I honestly been sitting here for a solid 5 minutes eating icicles trying to figure out how to start this damn video. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've never sat here and told a story straight to just the microphone. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just woke up. It's the same day as that WWE video, but I don't know when y'all gonna be seeing this shit. But I just had a change of heart for this YouTube channel. Like I still want to do YouTube. I got it. Gaming videos, it's weird because I don't like starting my videos with "What's up, guys? It's your boy Jimmy Neutron here, back at you with another 44453 point." That's just not my style of video. I don't know. I used to watch Luna a lot, so that's where this is coming from. This like story time type of style. But I can't play CS:GO, so you got some random whatever the fuck I can play in the background. But let's just jump right into it, I guess. So this video, I'm just gonna have a series called My First Time because I have a lot of first times. I would start with first time smoking marijuana, but who cares? Let's go with my first time mixing some stuff. So this is the story of my first time mixing cocaine and LSD. Now I recommend nobody to ever do this because obvious reasons. I mean, come it why would you want to do what I do? Don't do what I do. And you're probably gonna go do what I do, but remember, don't do what I do, sir, because I'm about to tell you about it basically. So my first time ever doing this shit. So I had already previously done acid or LSD. I'd never really done coke. I always wanted to. I was heavily inspired by music to do it. I wasn't really trying to do it any other reason. I used to like make music and be high, or I would listen to the song that I wanted to hear while I did the drug, whatever drug it was that they announced in the song. So it comes down to this point to where like we finally get a place to do it. So I'm not gonna say no names. I'm probably just gonna call everybody my friend or friend 1, 2, 3, and 4. But so it's a good day, right? I think I just got out of school or some shit, and I was going to my friend's house like always. It was either summer or school year. I was going to my friend's house, right? And started off, me and my friend, we would smoke, we would play video games, we'd do whatever. We'd go down to the skate park and learn how to ride skateboards better than we could. We can't, like at all. But during this time, I was at my friend's house or going to my friend's house right after school or just in the middle of the day. And I get to his house and immediately he's like, "Bro, I can't hang out today." I was like, "Oh, why? You gotta do something?" Your mom says no. He was like, "Nah." He was like, "Nah, I'm finna go do coke." And I was like, what? And he was like, "Yeah, I'm finna go do coke and acid." I was like, "I can't come with." He was like, I don't know this guy like that." He had a thing of just going to do stuff with random people. I don't know. He didn't know this person yet. This is how we met this person. We will get to that in a minute. But so we're sitting there. I'm talking to him about like, why can't I come? Yada yada yada. And he's like, "I don't know this guy." I was like, "Ask him. He might let me come. If he's willing to give you free coke and acid, he might let me come with." Right? He texts the guy, calls him actually, and we all said what up. And he was like, "Can my friend come with me? He wants to come. I don't want to be a burden though." And the guy on the phone was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, he can come." And I was like, "Hell yeah, we about to go get high as a bitch. We about to go do this and that." And it was great because get to go with my friend and probably get to make a new friend. So now we're waiting. Oh, I forgot to say, the guy was getting an Uber. He was calling an Uber for my first friend, and that's how I was able to go in the first place because it was like a 20-30 minute drive, and we didn't have cars. We were 15-year-olds, so we wait for this Uber, right? And he called a nice Uber. He didn't have to do that. He called like the expensive Uber for no reason. Like it had like the big truck, and the guy in there was like catering to us. Like, "You want this? You want that? Make sure you're comfortable. This is how you do the AC. There's charger ports in the back. All the whole 9 yards." And it was great. So we sitting there talking about what we finna go do in code language. we all having fun. We asked the Uber driver to turn on some music, so we was in mode really, just kind of just vibing. And we get to finally get to the place. Oh, he called an Uber to a Taco Bell in his hometown, and that's what we were gonna we went to the Taco Bell, right? We pull up to the Taco Bell in the Uber, get out, and we wait inside the Taco Bell for him. And while we're waiting, we're just thinking like, where are we about to do this coke and acid? Our questions get answered pretty quickly after we ask that, because right after we say that, the guy pulls through the window, or he pulls up basically, and he comes in the Taco Bell. He's all loud, like he pulls up with like a group of people. Like the car they were in had too many people in it. It was like a 5-seater. They had like 8 people in there. Like I was like, what the fuck? How are what are we doing? And like some of those people were leaving because that car that he pulled up in was leaving, and some of those people were staying. So we go into the Taco Bell and we're like, what up, what up, what up? You know, saying hi to each other, introducing ourselves, and then he goes, you guys want to do some blow? Immediately we both go yes, because of course we're like, that's the whole point, we came out here. So he goes, let's go to the bathroom. We all of us go back there to the bathroom and get kicked out because this is his old job. The guy who invited us, this is his old workspace. So we go to the back, and then we get kicked out. We bring like a whole fucking tray back there, and we get kicked out. They were like, what are you doing? You got to get out of here with that, because everybody knew what he was doing. He's very known for what he was doing. But so we got kicked out of there, and this is a very small town, which is why it almost seemed too good to be true. But it started to rain, right? And we run to the next store, because like in this little complex, it's not even a complex, it's just like, it's such a small town that everything is, you could see it from distance. So we got the Taco Bell we were by, and he said, let's go to the McDonald's, which is dead ass across the street. In between this crossing place, there's a 7-Eleven. So we run past the 7-Eleven, we run into the McDonald's, sprinting because it's raining, and then we get into the McDonald's. And it was before the McDonald's gets updated. When I keep telling stories, you guys will hear about this McDonald's. It's a very special McDonald's. But we go into this McDonald's, all of us again. We go to the back booth, right? We're all bunched up in this booth. And he says, fuck it, we're just going to do it right here. So he pulls out this little baggie full of like white stuff. And I was like, hey, that looks like what I want. So he lines it up for us. And of course, right, I go first. My friend who invited me second. And then the guy who invited us. I'm going to be honest, I used to be a heavy drug kid back then. You know, I used to be heavily influenced by Lil Peep. So this was a dream for me. And my other friend, I don't know what his deal was. He was kind of druggy, kind of not. So I don't know what he was doing. I think he just was tagging along, even though he got invited first. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know. Back then I would have did anything, and I did do a lot of things. But back to the story. So we're here. We're doing the coke now. Everybody got their little taste of what they wanted. Oh, before we did the coke, he gave us tabs. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's the whole point of the story. He had these massive like squares, and I was like, never is that what we're doing? He was like, yes, these are the kind we're doing. So gives me 2 of those. I have 2 of those in my body right now, and then I snort this coke, and it was amazing. So now we're high, right, in a fucking McDonald's, and there's like coke residue on the table, and the guy who invited us picks it up and licks it off because yeah. Now we're high, and we're like, what do you want to do, guys? Surprisingly, lucky, it stops raining, and now we start going. We just literally walk for hours talking and having fun about what we're just doing and why we're doing it. And we're on this trail, this dark trail. It's nighttime now, because it's like remember, it was school. I did have school the next day. Yeah, so I came up from school, went to his house. Yeah, so it was snow, not snow, but like it was like cold, and you know the daytime ends pretty quickly in the winter. So now it's what's it called, o'clock, like maybe like 6, or maybe it was 8 or something, because I remember, right, we were walking and we're all talking about like our own experiences with other drugs, because this is not my first time doing drugs. We're all just walking and talking. We're smoking hella cigs, because when you're on coke, you just really want to smoke cigs for some reason. And I hate cigarettes. I don't know what the fuck got into me that day. I hate all that nicotine shit. But we walk down this trail, and my friend fucking falls over in the mud, and it was the funniest shit, because he's so high. Like the way he described the way he felt was like his legs felt like jello or jelly, and he couldn't really feel them. So we had to like go on this trail, right, and it was like a muddy area. It was fucking hilarious. He just slips and falls over like the like wood piece that's in the mud, and he falls all the way into the mud. And that's when we were like, okay, that's enough for the trail. So we all, while he's still dirty and covered in mud, go into the we all go into a Culver's, I think it was. I don't know what it was. We go into a restaurant where I think it's like partially you could pick your seat, and partially they'll lead you to your seat. But they let us, no, they didn't lead us. We picked our own seat, and we sat down, and there was people just looking at us like we were like crazy. And I'm sitting there like, do we look weird? Like, what's going on? because acid distorts your vision. You don't really know what's going on. You do, but you don't. Like, these people look normal to you, but to you, well, kinda. They look like jelly people. But basically, right, we're sitting there, and we're just sitting there. Really, we're not doing nothing no more, because we're just high. We're waiting for this shit to go away, but we're also just talking and enjoying how it feels. And in this time, my friend starts having a horrible anxiety attack. Not the friend that invited me, the friend that we just met today. He starts having a horrible anxiety attack because his father calls him and he's like, where are you? So now, me and my friend are in this town a solid 20, 30, 40 minutes away from home, and we're debating if we should stay here and wait for him to come out or just go home. And sadly, the answer was we went home, because he was like, I could sneak back out later, but you guys would have to just be out here. And we didn't want to do that because I had school tomorrow, so it was all sad. We all had school tomorrow, actually. The way my friend met this person was he was in an alternative school, and so was the guy, and they both had school tomorrow. That's why the guy's dad was on dick. But now we're in this covert or whatever, waiting for the next Uber to go home. And I remember getting in the Uber, and the guy was so nice. He was like, another nice Uber. He was like, you guys can charge your phone. Again, a little charger box in the back. You can charge your phones. But this time, this charger box had a light on it, so it was like shining right in my face. And when you're tripping, that's just amazing, because like that light took me home. I didn't get a car ride home for me. Like, I don't remember the car. I don't remember it at all, because that light was in my face. But he turned on some music, bro, and it was amazing, because now we're high and listening to this music off coke and acid, and it's amazing, because we're just tripping balls. And we get home, and I shit you not, me and my friend don't even go home. Like, he lived right next to the mall. I shit you not, like, he's the first house away from the mall. We walked from his house to the mall and sat down on like the stairway up to like the parking structure and talked for 3 to 4 more hours. All I know is that when I left, it was like 11. I walked all the way to the bus, the far away bus, for some reason. And then I went home, and I was just like, wow, I'm alive. That was a great adventure. I don't know. That's the end of the story for the most part. I mean, that drug experience wasn't really the craziest. It's just coke and acid at the same time. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I don't really know how to exit this, because, you know, it's a pretty bland story, because I don't want to get you guys the best story. I mean, best story to me is, you'll hear it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Shorty cooking up McDonald's, taking acid what I'm on. Shorty got the perfect curves, and she say that she like my song. Other niggas hating on me and my team, like what it do. We just tryna get so high, we waking up like what's the move? Waking up about the blue, survived the trip and so did you. Wait, where we at?